see. I can see, David.
What's wrong?
What do you mean?
You're frightened.
Yeah, actually.
People are talking. They think you're acting differently. Like you're, more sensitive to their emotions. What is this here?
I don't know.
Bob. Bob. Whoa.
This circuit board is from the mainframe at LAX air traffic control.
That's some sort of organic slime.
The biofilm?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and it's all over the main circuit board.
Thousands of people were caught midair. We just narrowly averted a catastrophe.
Well, with all this magnetobacteria running around, there's going to be a panic. Market for raw occultment is going to skyrocket. Whoever's sitting on a supply is looking to make a killing.
Keep me posted. We need to talk.
You know, it's funny. Every time he leaves a NORBAC meeting, he's on a call to you.
There's a numbered company in the Cantons.
Carl Riddlemeyer on the tape, eh? If Carl Riddlemeyer is somehow involved with all this magnetobacteria bull, is he involved with the smallpox too?
God bless you. I'm so sorry. Hey, no, don't be afraid. What happened?
They just came around the corner. We were crossing the street. They just were right in front of us. He could have been killed.
Take that air. It's real hot in the air. Buddy, back up. Get back, okay? It's fine. Miss, it's okay. Calm down, miss.
Bob, listen to me. Bob, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Bob, come on, let's go.
Of delays that stranded hundreds of passengers. Now, the apparent cause of the shutdown was said to be a problem with the air traffic controller's computer system, but we're now learning that the problem may be more widely spread than just the 4 major airports.
David's here.
Reports coming in from Hong Kong and Moscow suggest a global phenomenon.
Telecommunication systems in both cities have suffered numerous intermittent shutdowns, though
Hey, you're sitting in the dark.
David,
What's going on?
I don't know, David. I had some sort of breakdown. I'm not sure.
What happened?
there was an accident down the block.
I was a part of it. I could feel things.
What kind of things?
Everything all at once. Pounding me with feelings. Emotions. Fears. Like right now. I know you're both worried. Mako's more afraid. Are you worried because you think you might have made a mistake?
I'm not worried.
Yes, you are.
Was this happening before we injected you with the herpes virus?
No, not really, I guess. It's never been this overwhelming. Not clear. I could feel something coming on. Tonight was kind of like...
An explosion?
What, Mako? I don't fucking know.
Animals give off chemical signals that travel between each other.
Pheromones? You think you might be picking up on pheromones, Bob?
Well, pregnant women are documented to have a heightened sense of emotions.
I doubt that you're pregnant, Bob.
No, of course not, but I'm just saying...
We're shutting down the virus.
But it's working. My eyesight, well, in this eye, is getting better every day.
Well, clearly it is doing more than just allowing your optic nerve to grow.
Can we give it a little more time?
Bob, what we've done here, and the risks we've taken, you don't know if you're stepping into a puddle or an abyss.
Excuse me.
I think the virus is doing something more to Bob.
You're basing this on?
The virus delivered an siRNA to knock out a particular NT receptor. It allows the axons to grow in the trellises, okay? That's all good. But I think some of the virus traveled in the wrong direction. Up the repaired optic nerve, into Bob's brain, and in particular into his Jacobson's organ.
You can't be serious. The vulvar nasal organ has been dormant in humans for millions of years.
Well, you yourself saw the activity up there.
I don't see how that's possible.
We know it's in the brain. Now, Bob is... He's sensing stuff. He's smelling emotions.
Chemosensory development? Humans don't have that.
Well, Bob does.
Now, you can call it induced evolution if you want, but it's happening way too fast, and if we don't do something, Bob's either going to go catatonic or he's going to wind up bouncing off the walls in a padded cell.
What do you propose?
When we designed the virus, we made it super sensitive to an antiviral drug, kind of a Achilles heel.
Kill Paul Revere's horse so the message doesn't get through.
That's it.
Okay, let me sleep on it?
Don't sleep too long. I'm bringing Bob down to New York tomorrow morning.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
Strange.
What's going on?
So we were taking another look at the RNA nanostructure.
Still smiling.
Right, so we decided to check where on the genome the codes were placed.
And it wasn't hard. I mean, all we had to do was look for the hairpin repeats. All right, here's the genomic code for the magnetobacterium. And here's the code for the bacteria to create the smiley faces.
Okay. I'll meet you guys in security, right?
Bob, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
See you, Bob.
Smiley face.
Right.
There are two places on the genome that code for the smiley face.
Right, on either end of that sequence.
What does that sequence code for?
Well, here are the blast results.
Significant similarities reading the DNA. So what is it? What is it that was put there on purpose?
That's what we're working on.
Let's stay on it.
We will. David, How is Bob?
He's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Look, do you prefer to wait in the car?
I'm fine. At what time are we supposed to leave for New York?
Noon, we've got plenty of time.
But if I avoid it, try not to take it in, I'm fine. But then I think, why should I avoid it? I have a gift.
It's not a gift, Bob. It's a change.
But just because it's a change, it doesn't mean that it's bad. It doesn't mean that it's something I should try to understand, to accept. Don't you think, Mako?
I don't know, Bob. No, I know. I don't know.
I'd like to see Dr. Trimble at her earliest convenience.
I'll arrange that. All right. Taxi!
It's gonna snow.
It's cold enough.
Did I do all right, David?
You're fine, Bob. I know for sure tomorrow morning.
Okay.
You go.
All right. Okay. And just watch out the doors in front of you, okay?
You got it, Mako?
Yeah.
What?
Where are you?
New York.
Yeah, so am I.
Creepy. What are you doing?
I've got something on Northern Sky.
What?
It turns out that they're an Offlander Dockheimer Industries investment.
Riddlemeyer was a lobbyist for sister companies. Small fucking world.
I've got a meeting set up in an hour.
I'll meet you there. I'll catch you guys back in Toronto.
Okay.
It's gonna get ugly.
Would you at least let me start, please? David?
Fine, whatever. Hit a home run, Wes. You always make people wait an hour before you see them?
We appreciate your time, Mr. Myridge.
Absolutely. Let's cut to the chase, smiley face. We know you're a hoarding cult, or tandem, or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I beg your pardon?
Whose idea was it to wipe out the circuit boards with the magnetobacteria?
David?
Cost of tantalum goes up, you unload. How much money you standing to make, piece of shit? Okay, sit.
Get behind a smallpox! Tommy! David! Tell me the truth, you son of a bitch!
It's gonna get ugly.
Would you at least let me start, please? David?
Fine, whatever. Hit a home run, Wes.
Gentlemen? It's good to see you this afternoon, Mr. Myridge. Thank you very much for your time.
Absolutely. I like my fantasy better.
I beg your pardon?
I was just wondering what the market value of tantalum was these days.
David?
What? I'm thinking of investing. I understand it's very important stuff and everything from computers to cell phones.
Well, I think that should be a meeting with your financial advisor. I was told that this was going to be a meeting about Offlander Dockheimer's involvement with something called magnetobacterium at our lab in Indiana.
It is.
And just to be upfront and personal, save us the bullshit.
I think I can do that. Our investment in Northern Sky was to work a magnetobacteria in an attempt to better extract metals from ore.
Actually, tantalum.
Yes, to extract tantalum.
From the boreal shield.
Well, to find a better way.
And the Congo.
Look, we have mines in the Boreal Shield, the Congo, Australia. Am I going to be interrupted again?
Maybe.
No. We were interested in engineering a form of magnetobacterium to bind tantalum, much like gold bonds to mercury. Bacteria would change the chemistry of the tantalum so it could be more easily extracted from the ore.
So Offlander Dockheimer is investing in a cheaper way to process tantalum?
Mm-hmm. Safer, cleaner, cheaper. Believe it or not, Dr. Sandstrom, we are not the bad guys.
Really? And why haven't I heard about this wonder gift for mankind?
Because we abandoned the project in May of 2005. Couldn't get the process to work.
Seems like Offlander duck fucker's got a lot of those couldn't get the process to work in its closet.
And a few successes. I believe there's one involving the reparation of the optic nerve. How is that going?
How well do you know Carl Riddlemeyer?
We're acquainted.
Acquainted? He was a lobbyist for the tantalum industry.
And pharma, and energy, and defense, all of which we are acquainted with.
What about Robbie McCain? You ever hear of him?
Who?
What do you know about smallpox?
Well, it's a very nasty virus. What does this have to do with magnetobacterium?
A smiley face.
I'm sorry.
Look, this isn't that hard. Thank you for your time. That's the best you could do.
What did you expect me to do? He answered her questions credibly.
He played us out of the fucking room, Wes.
Maybe. You have to admit he did a hell of a good job.
Oh, I'm glad you were impressed.
David, he saw us coming. He had his guns loaded.
He's in this with Riddlemeyer.
Now, of course he's in this with Riddlemeyer. They make a great 1-2 combination. Riddlemeyer provides the political savvy, Meyer brings the financial punch.
You didn't know about Robbie McCain, though.
No. Or the smiley face. How'd it go with Bob?
Fine, I should be back in Toronto by now.
Good.
Mako dig up anything more on Robbie?
Not yet. This is interesting.
What?
I pulled some strings with the IRS, got them to look into Riddlemeyer's numbered company.
Yeah.
It's a transportation company. Shipping and trucking.
The kind that could, say, ship 1.3 million kilos of rock coltan out of Africa?
I'll find out.
It's an environmental lobbyist. She's got a gas mask on.
Okay. They smell nice.
The captain says, rest assured, this government does not have a defeatist attitude regarding the environment.
That's good. David's here. Hey, David.
Hey. So? How are we doing?
Fine. Good.
Good. That's great. You starting to feel some change? Staying about the same, eh? Bob, what's going on?
I could deal with it, David.
Sure you can.
You don't believe me.
The virus was deactivated, okay? You should be at least leveling off by now.
I'm not. David, don't be angry or frustrated. Stop, David.
I am not angry.
You are. You're angry at me.
Not at you.
Look, maybe the antiviral, it just
It
didn't...
fucking worked, Mako.
David, he's more connected.
He can't be.
David, why don't you stop this anger?
Because nothing makes sense, Bob, okay? Because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
David!
All right, I'm sorry, Bob, right? Okay, just... Sorry.
David, you didn't do anything wrong.
Okay. Two electronic companies announced today that they're recalling over 200,000 MP3 players.
Miko, it'll be all right.
I know, Bob. The recall affects all computers sold after June 1st.
Why do you think you're wrong?
I analyzed the DNA sequence between the smiley faces, and it keeps coming up junk. Closest I got to anything was this. These 3 regions that might be code for a protein.
Can you break out these regions into codons?
Sure.
Okay. What amino acids are we looking at here? ATG is methionine. GAA is glutamic acid.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Can you give me a printout of this?
Sure.
Tryptophan.
David?
Keep kicking it around.
I will.
anything that gives you it.
So what are we doing?
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm here to get an update on the magnetobacteria contamination.
Who sent you?
Almost every major electronics manufacturer in North America.
Really? What's their problem?
Have you been watching the news at all, David? Or maybe you're too busy harassing multi-billion-dollar techno conglomerates. I heard about your little visit to Offlander Dockheimer. Hope you found the answers you were looking for.
Why don't we just jump to what the hell do you want, Carl?
1 million computer batteries are being recalled. They're heating up. Could explode.
Well, that's interesting, because, what, with about 2 ounces of tantalum each? Take a lot of tantalum to replace them all.
750,000 PCs are also being recalled. One manufacturer isn't even shipping out his new laptop line because of a microprocessor failure.
They want to know if it's the magnetobacteria?
Well, a little insight into the problem would be helpful.
Trade you some insight for some insight?
Not interested in playing games.
Me neither.
Right. What do you want to know?
Offlander Dockheimer, Robbie McCain, smallpox, and magnetobacteria. How are they connected?
Haven't got a clue. Now, are we under biological attack? Are magnetobacteria controllable? Who's behind it?
Haven't got a clue. Maybe yes to biological attack.
What are we doing?
Did you bug my office?
If this is related in any way to the contamination, I would like to know what we're doing.
Did you know that Robbie McCain was going to get gunned down?
We've been through that.
We found this DNA sequence between 2 smiley faces on the magnetobacterium genome.
What does that mean?
Shoot. I thought you could tell me. These little groups of letters are the codes to amino acids. For example, ATG, that's methionine. We just write an M because we're lazy. GAA is glutamic acid, it's an E. GG, that's tryptophan, that's a W. You and Marbridge are gonna make a killing on this tantalum scam.
What?
Now, I'm sure science are. You already know all this, but amino acids, when they get together, they make up a protein, right? But I don't see any of these amino acids getting together to make any kind of protein I've ever seen, so I'm asking myself, why would you put 2 smiley faces, an entire sequence, all these nucleotides in between? Actually, I'm asking you.
How would I know?
Holy fuck.
What?
Carl, I got a lot of work to do. You gotta go.
What just happened?
Look, send us a couple of MP3 players and some batteries. We'll have a look.
They're already en route.
I'll let you know if we find it in.
Thank you.
Carlos, Rachel, my office.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be on the flight with you. No, I'm not in D.C. Listen, I think we should get out of this arrangement. Why? Because I don't like it, that's why. It doesn't feel right. Yeah, I think we need to talk. I appreciate it.
These are the symbols for the amino acids between the smiley faces. Do you see it?
Hi, David. Kill me with shiv gas.
CHIV. CH4, methane gas.
So someone encoded a personal note to you on how to kill it.
It's the contact with the smiley face people that's been missing from the equation.
Yeah.
Let's see if they mean what they say. So, what have you got?
The ones on the right have been treated.
It worked. Now at least we know how to kill it.
Yeah, we sprayed every circuit, capacitor, transistor with methane.
Just like the smallpox. It's potentially devastating unless you figure out their little puzzle. But what's their point? What do they want this time? David. Titus Meyer-Bridge is dead.
All they know is that the pilot reported instrument failure 5 minutes after takeoff. He tried to turn the plane around and get back to White Plains, but he never made it.
Any chance this couldn't be an accident?
Initial reports say instrument failure.
As in short-circuited control panel instrument failure?
As in somebody doesn't want Meyer-Bridge around anymore? Who do you think that could be?
Well, maybe there's a bigger fish in this pond of shit. Maybe he had a partner who didn't like the way things were going.
Maybe someone who didn't like what Meyer-Bridge was up to.
If we can find out who that is, we'll know a hell of a lot more. What? Oh, hey, Dr. Trimble.
I double-checked your antiviral. The cells I took from behind Dr. Melnikov's eyes after the injection definitely have no viral replication.
Well, then how is it...
And there's no other damage. It worked perfectly.
Well, then why is he still progressing?
What do you mean?
I think the brakes are off when it's Jacobson's organ.
Well, it's not because of your virus. It's dead.
Well, then...
What?
Oh, shit, it's in his genes. And somehow the virus must have changed the DNA in the dormant genes that are associated with his Jacobson's organ. It's growing again.
Viral activation of dormant genes? Well, that would mean that Dr. Melnikov has genetically evolved into a higher state of being.
A part of his brain is waking up. Who knows what it's evolving into?
Well, if that's the case, then I want you to bring him in here so we could do some more tests.
Yeah, the only test left would involve brain surgery. We'd have to look at the stem cells in the area of the brain that's lighting up.
Well, we need to examine him to know for sure.
How is Meyer-Bridge's death going to affect your funding?
Sorry?
Titus Meyer-Bridge, plane crash. Well, with him gone, I mean, are you in danger of losing the funding for your work?
Well, no. Mr. Roth has personally assured me that our funding is stable.
Who?
Olivier Roth, founder of ADI.
I see. All right, you know what? I'll get back to you.
Hi, sorry to call so late. It's about Dr. Melnikov. I think something interesting is developing.
Hello? What do you want? Why are you watching me? I know you're not gonna hurt me. Just go, please. Why are you doing that? Why are you just looking at me? What do you want?
I'd like you to come with me, Bob. Would you be willing to do that?
Where are we going?
I have a plane waiting. It's better we get there before I explain. Please. Come with me. It'll be all right. I want you to trust me. Do you understand that?
Yes. What? I'll be
bandages and he left.
It's gonna be okay.
Why the fuck did I leave him alone? David, he said he wanted Chinese. And he said...
It's gonna be okay.
I mean, maybe he just freaked out again. Maybe just overloaded.
He would never do that, okay? No matter how upset he got, he wouldn't want to upset you.
No, but why would he just up and leave?
Maybe he didn't just up and leave. Maybe somebody took him. Let's get back to the lab. Bob, just call me back as soon as you get this message, okay? Fuck!
He's not in his apartment, David. It doesn't look like he's been there all night.
He's not back at the loft. He's not answering his cell. What about the police?
They have a description. They also know the situation. Same with immigration and customs.
Not a word, not a note. Something stinks here.
You still think somebody took him?
I think Ann Turnbull took him.
Ann Turnbull, she doesn't even fit the profile of a kidnapper, David.
No, but the company that funds our research does.
Offlander Dachheimer Industries, for all intents and purposes, does not exist as of the close of the markets yesterday.
What are you talking about?
They pulled all their funding for new R&D, the restructuring, they're practically Chapter 11.
It's not possible. Now, Turnbull told me that some guy called Roth already gave her the okay for her work with Bob. Dr. Turnbull, David Sandstrom, call me. It's urgent.
Wait, did you just say Roth?
Yeah, he's like Offlander Dachheimer's founding father or some shit.
Robbie McCain's wife, Leslie. Her maiden name's Roth. Just about 5 minutes.
David,
You got something for me?
Meyer Bridge, the jet, magnetobacteria all over it. And there's something else.
Nowhere, not one smiley face.
And methane doesn't kill it.
You hear that? The other shoe dropping.
No shit.
Excuse me.
So?
Leslie Roth, her father is Olivier Roth. More or less dropped off the map 5 months ago.
Daddy's little girl dies in one of his labs, and then his son-in-law gets shot to death for a rough couple of months.
What does he have to do with this? I mean, what does he want with Bob?
That was Carl. He wants to meet.
What?
The president wants to talk to him.
So Carl's gonna wear this tantalum scam, eh?
Sounded scared.
And I'd be scared too if I thought the president was after my ass.
No, it was something else.
What?
He wouldn't say on the phone.
Thanks for coming, Rachel.
Where's Bob, fuckhead?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You better start telling me the fucking truth, David.
I am. I don't know what you're talking about.
What are we doing here, Carl?
I heard the Offlander Dachheimer jet went down. I need to know, was it sabotage?
Well, it was the magnetobacteria, if that's what you mean. How it got on board, we thought you could tell us.
I had nothing to do with magnetobacteria.
Sure, Carl. And for all the time we've spent together, all the lying, all the manipulation, we believe you.
I knew you were going to be a thorn in my ass from the day we met. I wanted to bury you.
What made you change your mind now?
Oh, you saw an opportunity, didn't you? You wormed your way in like a fucking parasite.
Yeah. An opportunity here, an investment there.
Like smuggling rock coltan out of Africa so you could refine it into tantalum later?
Titus Meyerberg offered me an opportunity to invest in a precious metal. I gave him a shipping opportunity through a company that I used to lobby for. That's it. That's all.
You cleared records at the State Department.
Yeah, all right. I might have done some paper shuffling.
And the smallpox?
I don't know. The smallpox, magnetobacteria, I don't know about that.
But what about Meyerberg?
I don't think he knew about them either. He never said anything to me.
Why should we believe you anymore, Carl?
Why? Well, because I was supposed to be on that plane with Meyerberg. Someone wanted to take me out, too.
Do you know Olivier Roth?
Of course I did. I never met him, but in the financial circles, he was right up there with Buffett and Gates.
Yeah, well, I think he's responsible for the smallpox, the magnetobacteria, and I think he's kidnapped Bob. So could you just tell us where we can find him?
I don't know. I wish I could help you. I mean, I really do. I don't know.
Fucking waste of time.
I think you'll find it much more comfortable in here. Sit, please. Is this better?
Yes, thank you.
You've been very kind to indulge me, Dr. Milnikov. I'm sure you're anxious to get back to Toronto.
It's just that some people might be worried about me. But I do appreciate you bringing me here to see Dr. Turnbull.
She's very impressed with you. Bob, before I take you back to Toronto, I wanted to share something with you. My daughter was a scientist. Leslie McCain.
At Greenway Labs, I remember. It was terrible what happened there.
It was a senseless accident. It shouldn't have happened.
I'm sorry.
I thought all my money, all the scientists about, could make humanity better off. There were 3 million AIDS deaths this year. Not enough drugs to go around because patents prevented countries in Asia and Africa from providing people with cheaper generic AIDS drugs. Change the channel. That was General Mark Kimmett's advice to Iraqis who see TV images of innocent people killed by coalition troops. Exxon has the hubris to report the highest profit in the history of corporate America. I did not recognize that the fundamental problem is humanity itself. We are controlled by the greed of others. We no longer understand who that person is in the mirror, let alone a child starving to death in his mother's arms on the other side of the world.
And that's why I'm here.
You are everything Dr. Turnbull has said you are.
I would like to help you.
We have a chance to start over. Stop the race for higher profits. Stop the technology that's taking this planet apart. Stop it now in one screaming short circuit of rebirth. Don't you think it's fitting that we take a moment to understand, to relate, to reflect on the knowledge we have formulated?
I understand. The world will stop, and the reflection begins.
We will change humanity, evolve the species.
With my DNA.
You, Dr. Milnikov, encompass the only hope we have left. A man who truly understands the compassion, the hopes, the fears of his fellow man. Within you, in the stem cell, in your brain, lies the future of mankind.
Nobody knows where she is? We checked every inch of Vision site and the apartment, nothing. What about Offlander Dockheimer? I'm there right now. The lights are out and the doors are closed. I'm just waiting on a search warrant.
Break the fucking doors down, Wes!
David, I can't exactly do that. Yeah.
What?
Hello, David.
Bob! Bob, where the fuck are you? I've got every cop in Toronto looking for you.
I'm all right. I won't be into work.
Where are you?
David, I believe I found someone who can help us.
Help us.
The world, David. It won't be the same anymore.
Is he there with you now?
Olivier Roth has the answer, David.
I want to talk to him.
With the stem cells from my brain, from my Jacobson's organ, we have the seeds of a new generation.
I want to talk to him, Bob.
Okay. Goodbye, David.
What?
I feel very privileged to speak to you, Dr. Sandstrom.
Roth, look. Whatever you're planning, whatever you've done, we've got to talk about it.
I've tried to talk. Through my son-in-law, through all the messages I've sent you.
And I've tried to listen. I am listening. The science you're doing is amazing. We should really get together.
What I'm doing is taking the tools that you have given me and building a better world.
What I have given you is an accident, okay? It's a miscalculation.
Most experts agree the way the world will end will be an accident. Maybe what you gave me was prophetic.
No, no, no. It's a mistake.
The world as it is now is a mistake. A giant mistake.
All right, you listen to me, Roth, you son of a bitch. If you do anything to Bob, I will find you. I'll rip your fucking head off.
See you in the future, David.
Roth?
strategy, Bob.